TNO meeting of MRC Pontiac, Wednesday, January 19th, beginning at 6:30. And I need a resolution. And for this meeting, I am the mayor of the TNO, and all of you are the councillors of the TNO. So I'll be calling you councillors. So could I have a councillor please open the meeting with a resolution? Moved by Councillor Godin. All those in favor? Opposed, and that carries. Second point for information is just to remind everyone that we're recording this meeting with Facebook Live, and the recorded meeting will be available on the MRC website by tomorrow. Third item for information is the declaration to use the language of your choice. Je rappelle l'importance pour les membres du conseil régional et les autres participants à la séance de s'exprimer librement dans la langue de leur choix. Au besoin, il y aura la présence sur place d'une ressource de la MRC pour assurer une traduction. I'd like to reiterate the importance for regional council members and other participants in the sitting to express themselves freely in the language of their choice. If necessary, a resource of the MRC will be available to ensure translation. Colleen Jones. We will go on to the declaration of decorum. We're elected by the people of the Pontiac to represent them to the best of our ability, and they expect us to conduct our meetings in a professional and business-like manner. I will be listening very carefully to the debate and discussion in this meeting, and if I hear any words of negativity or criticism of anyone else, I'll stop the meeting and ask that person to apologize. Thank you. And en français, nous sommes élus par les gens de Pontiac pour les représenter au mieux de nos capacités. Ils s'attendent à ce que nous menions nos réunions. Could someone turn, hi, Lynn, could you please turn off your mic? Thanks so much. D'une manière professionnelle. J'écouterai très attentivement les débats et les discussions de cette réunion, et si j'entends des paroles négatives ou des critiques à l'égard de quelqu'un d'autre, j'arrêterai la réunion et demanderai à cette personne de s'excuser. Je vous remercie. Thank you. We'll go on to we need a resolution actually to read and adopt the agenda of the TNO. Could I have a councillor present to please move that resolution? Moved by Councillor Donnie Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Thanks everyone for putting your hands up. Number 6, are there any declarations of interest or conflict of interest on this agenda for TNO? Okay, seeing none. We'll go on to number 7. We need a resolution to adopt the minutes of the last sitting, which was in December 2021. Could I have a resolution? Mover. Thank you. Moved by Councillor Francoeur. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Number 8, questions from the public. And tonight there are none. So we'll go on to number 9, accounts paid. And we will need a resolution, but first we'll call on Annie Vaillancourt, our financial director, and let her give her account.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde. So for the TNO, just to let you know what you see in there as the income statement pour l'état des résultats, c'est au 31 décembre 2021. So the income statement is at December 31st. And it's not finalized. We have to, there's lots of entries and stuff to do still, and the auditors have to go through them. So this is just what we have so far at December 31st. As for the rest, accounts receivables right now are at $209,536.68. Most of that is from the Ministry of Forests for some bridge construction projects. And then we have a list of accounts that were paid since the last meeting of $265,187. And there was one large invoice paid to Construction Timber Tech which was one of those bridges. So that was $236,000. There was also another just a little over 15,000 for a road maintenance. And the rest, well, Otter Lake and Sheenborough, we paid for the waste management agreement, and the rest was just like gas and supplies. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Annie. Are there any questions of Annie's report? Okay, seeing none. Could I have Councillor move this resolution, please? Moved by Councillor Edward Walsh. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Thank you. And I did not take the attendance, so we'll go through the names now, please. And if you could simply say present or present, that would be great. Corey Spence, Lil Ozalumet,
Present.
Carl Mayer, Elena Kaywood,
Present.
Brent Orr Bristol,
Present.
Alain Gagnon Bryson,
Present.
Morris Beauregard, Campbell's Bay,
Present.
Donnie Gagnon, Chichester,
Present.
Edward Walsh, Clarendon,
Present.
Christine Francoeur, Fort Collonges,
Present.
Jean-Louis Corriveau, Lille de Grand Calumet,
Present.
Terry Lafleur, Otter Lake,
Present.
Sandra Armstrong, Mansfield et Pontefract,
Present.
Lynn Cameron, Portage de Fort, Douglas Russell, Rapide des Joachim,
Present.
Bill McCleary, Shawville,
Present.
Doris Ranger, Sheenborough,
On mute.
that's okay.
Present.
Thanks, Doris. Colleen Riviere from Litchfield. Thanks, Colleen. Karen Kelly Thorne. Is Karen not here yet? Okay, thank you. Odette Godin Waltham,
Present.
Bernard Waugh,
Present.
Annie Viancourt,
Present.
Travis Ladisser,
Present.
Kim Lesage,
Present.
Natasha Guimet,
Present.
Julian Gagnon,
Present.
Colleen Jones,
Present.
Cindy Phillips,
Present.
and Jason Durand.
Yes, present.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. That's great. Now I would like to have a resolution, please, to close the sitting of the TNO. Moved by Councillor Alain Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. So the TNO meeting is complete. We will now go to our public meeting of January 19th, 2022 for the Council of Mayors of the MRC. Could I have a resolution by a mayor to open the meeting? Moved by Pro Warden Sandra Armstrong. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Number 2, just to state that this meeting will be recorded because we are on Facebook Live because we're observing the COVID measures, and the recording of this will be available on the MRC website tomorrow. Also, for information, the declaration use of the language of your choice. It was just a few minutes ago that I read it out. The same message applies for this meeting. Please speak in whichever language you prefer, and if anyone requires a translation, Colleen Jones will be able to provide that. Number 4, the declaration of decorum by the warden. I also read that just a couple of minutes ago. Just to remind you, I'll be listening carefully and hope that this will be a constructive meeting. Number 5, the reading and adoption of the agenda. Could I have a resolution to adopt the agenda? moved by Mayor Jean-Louis Corriveau. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Number 6, are there any declarations of conflict of interest on this agenda? Okay, no, thank you. Number 7, a resolution to adopt the minutes of the last sitting in December, moved by Mayor Godin. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Number 8, the warden's report. So since our last meeting, the next day I had the opportunity with Mayor Sandra Armstrong, Pro Warden Sandra Armstrong, and Mayor Christine Francoeur to walk on the Red Bridge. And then we had a press conference with the MTQ. And as you all know, after 40 months of construction and 8 years having had that bridge closed, we were all delighted to cut a ribbon and have it open. It's been well used since. And I think Mansfield and Fort Clunge in particular are very happy that this is open. We also had the presence of former Mayor Jill Dion and also former Mayor Kathy Balek of Mansfield were there. And we also paid tribute to former Mayor and Warden Raymond DeRoche, who was there in spirit and was a big part of that, that reconstruction. And Andre Fortin was there as well. I attended the Multi-Resource Committee, the Biodiversity Reserve meeting about the rivers of the Noir and Kalunge, the CHIP AGA, a couple of pandemic du coronavirus meetings, which are with the CISO and the MMASH. It's a weekly update for the whole Outaouais. The Chute Kalunge Board, Pontiac Tourism AGA, a planning meeting. At our plenary last week, you'll remember we had 3 presentations that were very interesting and helpful. One was the SPCA. Another was Visage Réunion about our territorial marketing. And number 3, we had Carrie Richardson from the MRC do a great presentation on a plan to protect wetlands. I attended a meeting just yesterday by Zoom with the Board of Residence Mayor, with also Cindy Phillips and Bernard Waugh. I spoke with Murray Allery. I had the opportunity to meet with 2 different forestry investors interested in 2 of our mill sites. I wanted to draw attention, if I could ask Natasha's assistance. A beautiful painting has been chosen by our regional art collection, and on our committee are Mayors Alain Gagnon and Mayor Lynn Cameron. And we'll just wait for the picture to come up. And they did a wonderful job choosing this piece of art for the collection of the MRC. It's something we do every year, try to do it every year. Is that picture coming, Travis and Natasha?
I have it on the screen. You can't
Wonderful.
see it, Jane? I already have it on the screen. Can you see it?
I only see the agenda. Sorry, Nat. That's all I see. I have the painting in my office. I could hold it up. But might be better if you have the picture. But anyways, I'll just get it. Can everybody see it? It's basically, it's beautiful. It's I'll stand back.
We can see it now.
Okay,
It's beautiful.
yeah. It's a beautiful
Just awesome.
Yeah. And I'll just describe it.
Wish we were doing that right now.
Exactly. It's by Jelly Massé from L'Île de Grand Calumet. It's called Sugar Bush, and it's actually depicting Ronald Demers from 1940s collecting sap. And it's going to hang somewhere here in the MRC building, and it's a beautiful addition. So, oh yes, there it is. Thanks, Nat, for putting it on the screen. think it was a very good choice. So good work to Mayors Alain Gagnon and Mayor Lynn Cameron. Can I just ask a question, Mayor Gagnon? Are you the only two on the committee, or who else is on the committee?
As mayors, it's only me and Lynn, but
Yeah.
there's 2-3 more people, citizen on the committee also.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, thank you. You've made a great selection. And then I just wanted to remind all of the mayors, if you happen to have any more of the petition copies for Bill 96 about language or the obstetric petition, please send the originals in. Some of you have, and we really appreciate that. And if any of you see them, in businesses, please pick them up. The time is up for both of them, and we need to submit the Bill 96 petition to Andre Fortin so he can take it to Quebec City. And the Women's Institute, who launched the obstetrics petition to reopen our obstetric department, they are collecting them. Beryl Smart, the president, and then she's going to be submitting them to Denise Morissette and Andre Fortin, and they will make their way to Quebec City. I'd like to also thank all of the mayors who have been submitting. It's never been so good, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Submitting names of youth from your municipalities. We've already got almost half the council positions filled, and I'm going to do a little bit of work on this next week myself. We're hoping to have the first meeting the second week of February, so we'll be in touch with all of your students. And I wanted to recognize Mayor Beauregard in particular, because not only did he find one person, he even found a substitute. He had 2 keen students, so that's really great. And, it's interesting because at OSSA, they had, I think, a team of 4 people who had come up from Montreal, and they came up to speak to the kids about the subject of depression. And we all know that mental health has been very much on our minds, especially with COVID. And 2 years ago, our MRC Youth Council, the number one issue that they had on their mind was to hold a forum on mental health involving all the youth. So we'll see what this new council chooses, but I'm very, very happy that we're going to be able to revisit our youth council. Perhaps they'll be meeting by Zoom initially, but I think for those of you who remember, they were able to provide some good information to the mayors, or if we ever need to ask their opinion on something, we can do that. I also wanted to mention that we have some other committees that are starting up. Many of you are on them or involved in them. One is the Waste Management Committee. One is the Flood Prevention Task Force. And on that note, we've had some flood activity in Waltham. I was speaking to Mayor Godin about it. And Mayor Godin, what were you saying you might have to do about that? I think you're on mute. There you go.
We only have one full-time resident there, and he always says he can get through the water.
Okay.
But we may have to close that. It's not a municipal road. It is a private road, Green Lake Road. But if we have to, we'll have to close it and warn the residents that it's closed until, it's resolved.
Okay. And that road you're
We're on
talking about is it Green Lake Road?
Yes, it's Green Lake Road.
Okay, very good. Well, I know that Julian Gagnon sent something out on it, our public safety person. So that's really great. And I think it's usually the Flood Prevention Task Force started up in November, but with the election and everything, we will have our first meeting. The invitation's gone out. I think many of you have said you're available, so that's great, very important. We'll be starting up the Obstetrics Committee again, and we have a new committee, which is basically the chair of it, I guess we could say, or the person who thought of it, is Mayor Maurice Beauregard, and that was to look at our assessment. And that is bringing forward already some very, I think, positive results. So just wanted to say all of that just to inform our public that we have a lot on the go. So that concludes my warden's report. Are there any questions? Okay, we'll go on then. It's just for information. We go on to announcements or events. So this is the time where we go around the table and I give each of you a chance to speak about anything that's going on in your municipality or any upcoming events in the next month. So we'll start with Mayor Corey Spence from Little Zalumet.
Yes, thank you, Warden. Not a whole lot to report from Île des Aliments other than that's very, very cold and snowy. So if anybody would like across the MRC would like to buy some snow from us, we're going to put some up for sale. Other than that,
Good for you. Thank you, Corey. We'll go to Mayor Carl Mayer from Elena Kaywood.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thanks, Carl. Mayor Brent Orr from Bristol.
Nothing this month.
Nothing this month, okay. Mayor Alain Gagnon from Bryson.
With COVID, not much, but we have ice on the outdoor rink, of course. And so kids can skate and they can be 6 in the RE itself at one time for a short period of time.
Okay, all right, thanks very much. Mayor Maurice Beauregard.
Sad to say, COVID is keeping us down as well. The only thing we have right now available for the children is the rink, outdoor rink as well.
Okay.
Which is a combination between Campbell's Bay and Litchfield. We share a rink.
You share a rink, wonderful. Mayor Donnie Gagnon, Chichester.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Mayor Edward Walsh, Clarendon.
No, quiet month coming up for us as well.
Okay. Mayor Christine Francoeur, Fort Collonges.
For us, it's the same. All we have to report is an outdoor rink that one of our counselors actually has been working on. He did a great job with it. So if anybody wants to use it, it's right behind the park in Fort Collonges. It's pretty nice. And also our snow is a lot cheaper than Les Aliments. So take ours.
And I think you also had your firefighters out with their big hose flooding, didn't you? With that council
Yes.
leadership? And also the Patro, I think, were helping. So that's great. Mayor Jean-Louis Corriveau from L'Île du Grand Calumet.
No, very quiet on the island for this time of the year.
Okay, thank you. Mayor Terry Lafleur, Otter Lake.
Not a whole bunch going on. The rink is open. The snowmobilers are out. The ice fishermen and ladies are out, of course, and just staying low.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Pro Warden Sandra Armstrong, Mansfield-Pontefract. You're on mute. I think you're on mute.
C'est la même chose à Mansfield-Pontefract. Donc, la patinoire extérieure, outdoor skating rink, and everybody is welcome. And then the official opening of the bridge on the 28th of January at 4:30 et l'inauguration du pont Félix-Gabriel Marchand le 28 janvier prochain à 4h30, 16h30.
Okay.
That's it.
Could you just elaborate a little bit? There's quite, we know that Louis Hervé, came to the MRC and he's worked hard, gotten some grant money, etc. So could you explain, Sandra, what he's going to be doing and the bridge is closed right now, everybody, for a few days, and why, just explain what's happening, Sandra.
So what's happening right now is the guys from November got here on Sunday afternoon late, and they're here. They're working on the bridge as right now, and they're fixing the lighting of the bridge for the 28th. So every day they go outside in that cold weather and snowy weather, and it's going to be just beautiful. So we're cheering for the 28th.
And this is something that everybody can come and watch, like on both sides of the river kind of thing?
Yes, absolutely. And vous avez plus d'informations sur CHP ou sur le site de la municipalité de Mansfield et Far West.
Okay.
So if you need more info on the municipal site, there's more information, or on the radio Chip FM.
And is the lighting permanent or just for this event?
No, the lighting will be permanent. And as of the 28th, you will be able to pass there with your iPhones or phones and change the color of the bridge for 60 seconds. So for 1 minute.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. So hopefully all the mayors will make a note of that if you're interested, and please feel free to attend. We'll go to Marilyn Cameron from Portage de Fort. Lynn, can you hear us? Lynn, still with us?
I keep being
Okay, no problem, Lynn.
disconnected.
Must just be your signal tonight. Yeah, sometimes you freeze a little bit. So, is there anything that you need to report?
No, we have nothing this month.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much. And Mayor Karen Kelly, nice to see you.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you'd like to report?
Sorry for being late, but
Oh,
no,
we're just,
nothing to report.
we're just happy to see you. Okay, nothing to report. Mayor Douglas Russell from Rapide des Joachim.
We have nothing up here. The rink, same as everybody else. We closed the street off for tobogganing for the kids, and our snow is free.
Okay, great. Mayor Bill McCleary from Shawville.
We had an outdoor rink, but I don't know if we can still find it. Other than that, there's not much to report. I'm amazed how our residents wonder that half an hour after the last snowfall, we don't have the streets all clean for them right away. But they'll have to learn, it takes time.
Yes, it does. Okay, thank you so much. We'll go to Mayor Doris Ranger from Sheenborough.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Mostly outdoor activities, and we have private citizens that some have opened up their properties, and we have another citizen who they, along with other volunteers, they made trails. So people are busy snowshoeing, snowmobiling, walking, skiing. And also, it looks like the Sheenborough Trail is getting groomed, the main trail, the FCMQ trail. So all in all, everybody's keeping busy.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Mayor Colleen LaRiviere.
Except for the joint skating rink with Campbell's Bay, Leachfield has nothing to report.
Okay, thank you very much. Mayor Odette Godin from Waltham.
Well, we have our skating rink and it's being well used, but also on Sunday, this Sunday, the Waltham Station Restaurant is holding a snow sculpturing contest, which I'm judging at 4:30. So it's getting everybody out. It's a wonderful restaurant. They really contribute to the community.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And that concludes our round the table of events. Thank you, everybody. Now we go to number 10, questions from the public. And there aren't any questions tonight. Go on to the coronavirus follow-up. And I have a few things to report. First of all, as you know, our premier announced this week that we've reached the peak. And that hopefully that means the worst is over. We know that in the Outaouais, there were 200 new cases today, which is better than it has been. The Pontiac MRC or Pontiac RLS, which includes the municipality of Pontiac and Quillon, has 86 active cases at the moment. We know that 21 of those are at the Manor in Mansfield. There was a bit of an eclosion there, but fortunately, the symptoms of all of those seniors are mild and no one needed to be hospitalized. I also want you to know that a team of perhaps 10 or 12 people have come up from Gatineau. These are PSWs. They are people working in the CHSLD and CLSC, and they've come up just to, I think, help us through this. And it's just great to know that we have some backup like that, available when needed. Also, I'm not sure if all of the mayors are aware of this, but in the Outaouais, Pontiac MRC has the lowest vaccination rate. We're also one of the lowest in all of Quebec. And there's a journalist from Montreal who wants to speak to me about this. But in the meantime, we're working on a strategy. And Doug Rissell knows that you had a very healthy turnout with your mobile clinic up in Rapide, correct, Doug?
Yes, we did. We had 70-some people, and that's very good for up here.
Yes, I would say so. And I think you also mentioned that some were getting their booster, like the third vaccination, and some were getting their first.
Yes, we had some first shoot.
Okay. So personally, I just wanted to ask all of the mayors. I know that Shawville, Chapeau, maybe Otter Lake had a mobile clinic last year. Do you think it would be an effective strategy if we could? I often hear people say, I can't get through, I can't get an appointment. Do you think, if I just open it up here, that any of your communities could benefit if we could have a mobile clinic? Corey?
Yeah, thank you, Warden. I think that is a fantastic idea. The rollout, the way the Premier did that, could be a little bit more better, especially for communities that are similar to ours. It's difficult for us to get that, especially being as a Quebec resident. Although we're close to Pembroke, we can't go there to get our vaccine, so we rely.
I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can't do that, no. So it's all done provincially, it's rolled out provincially, so that would be a great idea if that would be a big help.
Okay. Are there any, Bill McCleary? Go ahead.
The easier you make it for people, the more likely they are to get it.
Exactly. Good. All right. And any other mayors in particular, would you like to have a mobile clinic to your municipality?
Yes, I think so. Like
Welcome.
there's
Yeah.
three of us here that have to go. One child for the second shot, me for a booster, my other son for a booster. But we can't get the same date. We have to travel to Campbell's Bay 3 separate times.
Yeah.
So that would be great.
It would be great. Okay, super.
Yeah.
So I will send out something to all of you, and you can, I think one of the criticisms last time is that in some cases you had 1 day's notice, and that's not good enough. So what I will say to Genevieve Cote with the CISO is that we need to know well in advance so you can advertise. And in some cases, they were asking me to ask you to use your phone system, however that works, to get the message out. I don't know if you all have that, but I think the more notice, the better. And maybe we could put it on the MRC website with a list of dates. And then hopefully we'll get, 70 or 80 people each time when we go around. Okay, so I think I get, no one thinks it's a bad idea. You think it would all be a step in the right direction? Nod your heads. Yep. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. And
Yeah, Jan, can I
Yes.
say something? It's
yes,
Doris.
go ahead, Doris.
Yes, we would, well, for sure, I think we have 10%. At one point, we had 10 not vaccinated here. But Alumid Island, we're definitely in favor of having it come to Alumid Island. But
Okay.
put notice, we need to get advanced so we can put it in, like you say, put it on Facebook, put it
Yeah.
on something for the young people. Everybody looks at Facebook. Put it somewhere where they're going to get it,
Great.
Okay,
Great,
that's
we'll do that.
great, thanks.
As soon as I know the dates, I'll send it out to all of you. And for any of you that are on Facebook, or however you want to advertise it on your municipal website, whatever, I'll try to make sure that you have at least a week in advance notice. Okay, that's great.
Excuse
So-
me, Jane.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Christine.
would just like to mention that we can get them at the pharmacy here, Pavlina Zivkov. It's pretty quick to get an appointment there. My husband and I went there and we had our appointment within a couple of days.
Okay, great.
So it's an
Great.
easy access.
Okay. Would
Where
anyone
is
else?
that advertised though? I've been asked about that. Where is that advertised that you can get it at the drugstore? I know a couple here, he had to go back to work. He drove to Gatineau, didn't know it was happening. And I found out about it by accident. Like, is that like in the newspapers? Is it anywhere? Are they advertising it?
I don't know if they are or not, but I know that they are available. There's a nurse there all the time and she gives them out. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know. We'll put
At
it on
least
our
one of the
website.
pharmacies in Charleville has that too.
Yes, it does. Exactly. Perfect. Well, that's,
Sorry,
yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
just, for the pharmacy in Mansfield, Fort Calanche, I think you're better to call in because there's just so much vaccine a day she can give out.
Mhm.
So I think it would be better to call, and if you want the number, it's 683-1818.
683-1818. Great.
Mhm.
You can
Thank
just
you.
call them, make an appointment. Okay. Any other comments about COVID while we're speaking about it? And then I'm going to go to Bernard and he'll talk about the MRC building, but any other comments that anyone has about a good strategy? So mobile clinics, making it convenient, as Bill said. Probably the best plan. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Bernard, would you like to fill us in on anything that's happening with the MRC building?
Yeah, just to be short, a reminder, the license bureau and the information desk at the reception are still open in that fifth wave. So le bureau de la SAC, le comptoir de la SAC et la réception ici à la MRC restent ouverts en dépit des difficultés que nous cause la 5e vague de la COVID. That's all.
Okay, parfait, merci. Okay, we now go to number 12, finances. We'll need
Bernard, excuse me, Jane. I
Go ahead,
seem to
Doris.
be a
Yes.
nuisance. I have lots of questions. Bernard, I
Sorry,
tried
should
to
have
get,
asked. Go ahead.
Bernard, this is for
Yes.
you. I tried to get through to the license bureau. That's 2 days in a row. Is the phone system still not working? It says you get to the reception. But 2 weeks ago, I called and I thought it was 1 or 0, and I directly went to the license bureau. But it seems like when you do the 0, you go to the reception desk and they said they'll call you back.
Yes, Annie, est-ce
Oui,
que tu es
je
en
peux
mesure, s'il vous
Oui.
plaît? Oui.
Oh, yes, Doris, we're still having problems with our phone system.
Okay.
When you dial the 0, it's it's the front desk. You can't get a direct line to the license bureau. Just to make that clear with everyone, it just goes straight to the front desk. But we're having some major issues with our phone system right now. The company is working on it with us, and I think they have to come and replace part of the system. So I'm not sure how long this is going to be. We've temporarily kind of have it transferred onto a cell phone, but it's not working 100%. I don't think. We're getting some calls, but we seem to be missing a lot still. So I believe that people can still get through to employees' voicemail boxes if you know the extension, and possibly leave a message, because we do get them by email. So even if it doesn't work on our phone, we receive the message. So please do that if you can. You can also email our general MRC email address at mrc@mrcpontiac.ca. You can send that there, and then we'll dispatch it through to the right person to answer. You can also go online yourselves if you need to book an appointment for the license bureau. If you're able to, please try and do it on your own. You can even cancel if you need to change the date or whatnot. You can always, it's pretty user friendly. Other than that, I mean, you can just keep trying because you might get through, but unfortunately, I mean, it's our hands are tied right now. It's very, very it's a tough situation.
Can I ask Annie? It's Colleen. Is that our new system?
It is actually, yeah, and it hasn't been there for that long, and we've had no issues up until now. So,
well, okay, because that was a brand new system that was just put in like within the last 6 months. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we need to put some pressure on to get it fixed. It's not acceptable that the people call and can't get through.
No, exactly. So they're on it, and they're probably going to come and replace some of this hardware and look into all the technical informatic part of it. So hopefully we'll get it resolved soon.
Because it's the licensing office that is in such great demand, and I've had people asking the same question, and they're saying, should I just show up for an appointment? And I'm saying yes, because what else can you do if you can't get through? I'm just wondering if there isn't some way of overriding the system that we have, just so that we have that one number working. So depending, I agree with Colleen, we need to put pressure to get this resolved quickly. Any other?
Well, I have one more comment. Is there any way that the License Bureau would have their own line? Because that seems to be where you want to call to all the time, you know?
Good idea.
We can't, and this is not it's not an MRC rule. This is the the SAAQ. They don't want the employees in the les mandataires to answer questions. Like technically, you're not even supposed to call and ask, you know, when is my license due to be renewed, for instance. You're supposed to call the 1-800 number. That's why we give it out to people when they call. But they can reach the front desk to book an appointment. That's not a problem. But other than that, if you have any questions regarding your file, you have to call the 800 number.
Okay. Well, the front desk must have been having troubles too, because I left my telephone number for 2 days and I didn't get a response. So I just thought maybe with the storm and that, you know.
That's where the problem is well, all the phone lines, but mainly the front desk. So.
Okay, thanks.
Really good question, Doris. I'm glad you raised that about the phones. So any other comments, Bernard? Oh no, about, we're now going to finance because Bernard finished his coronavirus. So we'll go back to Annie for your report, please, Annie.
Okay, so for the MRC report, it's the same comment as the TNO. Nothing's final yet. You have the income statement as of December 31st, but there's still lots of work to be done on it. So pour les comptes à recevoir, la MRC, on a 1 206 809,77. Comme d'habitude, ça comprend tous les prêts qu'on fait aux entreprises pour les aider dans leur démarche. Donc, for the loans, the accounts receivable includes all of the MRC loans to businesses. Then we also have our list of accounts payable. So that's $136,036.57. And la liste des comptes payés depuis le dernier mois, so the list of checks made in the last month, $416,062.90.
Okay, very good. Any questions of Annie's report? Okay, could I have someone move the resolution to, thank you, moved by Mayor Doris Ranger. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. We go on to 13, Administration Générale, Bernard Roy, 13.1, sale for taxes. First one is Fort Collonges, a resolution.
Yeah, les 4 premières résolutions concernent l'adoption d'une résolution autorisant le directeur général et ou la préfète à signer des documents relatifs à une vente de propriété dans le cadre des ventes pour taxes. La première est à Fort Collonges. So the first one is a resolution. Authorizing the DG and or the warden to sign the deed relating to the sale of a property referred as lot 4637787. This is in Fort Collonges.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Who would like to move this resolution, please? Moved by Mayor Karen Kelly. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Hey, Karen, I can only see your eyes and your nose. There we go. Thank you. We'll go to 13.2, sale for taxes, a lot in Thorn.
Same resolution, but this time is for a property referred as lot 3703115 in Thorn.
Okay, any questions? Could I have someone move this resolution? Moved by Mayor Doug Russell. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. 13.3.
Again,
Portage de Fort.
again, and it concerns lot 3350779 in Portage du Fort.
Okay, any questions? Moved by Mayor Godin. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. And finally, sale for taxes in Bristol.
Finally, for lot 5801199 in Bristol, again, the authorization to sign the deed.
Okay, have a resolution, please. Moved by Mayor Alain Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Now we go to 13.5, Transportation, a plan of transport, a resolution, Bernard Roy.
Oui, la résolution veut trois choses. Donc, confirmer la participation financière de la MRC au programme de subvention au transport adapté, approuver le plan de développement des services et la stratégie de réinvestissement des surplus de transport action et confirmer le nombre de transports effectués en 2020 et en 2021, donc 10 677, 13 514 respectivement. So, first of all, the MRC Pontiac has declared in 2010 its competency on paratransit service and collective transportation, and then has adopted a bylaw number 163-2010. MRC has an agreement designing Transportation as the organization in charge of the paratransit service, and MRC Pontiac is also eligible for MTQ grant. So this resolution is to confirm the financial participation of the MRC in the 2021 paratransit subsidy program. It will also, we need this resolution to also approve the plan for the development of services and the strategy for reinvesting the surpluses proposed by Transportation, and finally to confirm that 10,677 paratransit trips for year 2020 and also 13,514 paratransit trips in year 2021 were organized by Transportation.
Okay, any questions of Bernard on that? Could I have a resolution moved by Mayor?
I will.
Who said I will? Karen
Me,
Kelly?
Karen.
Okay, moved by Mayor Karen Kelly. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. We go on to 13.6, signing authority, préfet et directeur général, a resolution, Bernard.
C'est une résolution qu'on a l'habitude de passer à tous les débuts d'année. C'est pour autoriser la préfète et ou le DG à signer tout document au nom et pour la MRC. Donc, so as we do every at the beginning of every year, so this resolution is to authorize the DG and the warden to sign for and on behalf of the MRC Pontiac all the documents relating to a good management of the organization, as well as all agreements and corresponding documents.
Okay, any questions? Could I have someone move this resolution? Moved by Mayor Donnie Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. 13.7, the Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct of the Warden, Bernard Roy. It's simply a notice of motion.
First of all, d'abord, la loi nous oblige à déposer après les élections, toute élection municipale, un nouveau règlement pour le code d'éthique. So, et le règlement doit être adopté en février prochain, soit avant le 1er mars. So, this is mandatory by the law. We have to readopt the Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct after each election, and we have to do that before March 1st. So tonight we are tabling the draft bylaw, also asking someone to give a notice of motion, and in February at the next meeting we will ask a resolution for the adoption of this bylaw.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go on then to 13.8. Do you need someone to take carriage of the notice of motion? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Someone has to.
Who will take carriage of the notice of motion? Moved by Mayor Bill McCleary. And we don't need to vote on it, correct, Bernard?
That's it.
Thank you. 13.8, Règlement sur la rémunération du préfet et des membres du conseil. Resolution, Bernard Roy.
The draft bylaw was tabled in a previous council. So tonight we are asking the adoption of this bylaw relating to the remuneration of the elected warden and all the elected officials sitting on the board of this council.
Okay.
For year 2022.
Someone move this resolution, please. Moved by Mayor Christine Francoeur. All those in favor? Opposed, and that carries. Thank you. Thank you, Bernard. Great job. Now we go on to Développement économique with our director, Cindy Phillips. Welcome, Cindy. We're going to start with 14.1, the FRR volet 4.
Yes, oui, bonsoir. Le premier point, c'est pour la nomination du comité de vitalisation dans le cadre du volet 4 du FRR, les fonds régions et ruralité. So the first item tonight is to nominate the members of the Vitalization Committee under Stream 4 of the Regions and Rurality Fund. And so this committee is to be composed of a representative of each municipality with a vitality index of Q5, as well as other members. So you have a resolution before you tonight to name to the committee Jane Toller, Warden of the MRC Pontiac, Brent Orr, Mayor of Bristol, Lynn Cameron, Mayor of Portage du Fort, Jean-Louis Corriveau, Mayor of l'île du Grand Calumet, Maurice Bodigard, Mayor of Campbell's Bay, Christine Francoeur, Mayor of Fort-Plonge, Terry Lafleur, Mayor of Otter Lake, Carl Mayer, Mayor of Allen and Kaywood, Odette Godin, Mayor of Waltham, Doug Roussel, Mayor of Rapide des Joachim, myself as the Director of Economic Development, a vitalization agent, Mr. Ken Bernard, a citizen, Mr. Karim Elkach from Carrefour Jeunesse Emploi du Pontiac, and a representative of the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing, and is equally put before you tonight to clarify the mandate of the committee, which is to define the vitalization framework and recommend its adoption to the Regional Council of Mayors, to validate and recommend to Council the initiatives, projects, or interventions that should benefit from the financial support provided for in the agreement, and to ensure the implementation and achievement of the objectives of the agreement in order to revitalize the community and improve the quality of life of our population in a sustainable manner.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. Any questions about this resolution? Could I have someone please move this? Moved by Mayor Ed Walsh. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. 14.2, the Agent de Vitalisation for the FRR Stream 4 resolution. Cindy?
Oui, donc c'est pour embaucher un agent de vitalisation dans le cadre du volet 4 du FRR. This is to hire a vitalization agent within the framework of Stream 4 of the FRR. You have a resolution before you tonight, which will authorize myself as the Director of Economic Development to issue a call for service offers for a vitalization agent to support the MRC within the framework of Component 4 of Regions and Rurality Fund. And of note, the financial cost of the agent for the duration of the program will be financed through Stream 2 of the FRR Fund.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments? Could I have someone move this resolution? Moved by Mayor Terry Lafleur. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. 14.3, recommendations, donations, and sponsors. Cindy Phillips.
Oui, nous avons 3 recommandations ce soir pour les dons. We have 3 recommendations for donations tonight. The first one is for the Downtown Life Committee of Rapid des Joachim for a kids party time as well as a classic car show. The event is to be held on July 9th in Rapid des Joachim, and they will be holding their 5th consecutive kids party time and classic car show. And in addition, they will be having bands playing this year from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you have a resolution before you recommending a donation of $500.
Doug, you've got a lot on the go up there. Moved by Mayor Donnie Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Go ahead, Cindy, for the next one, which is the l'Alliance Autochtone Local 019, Région 2.
Oui, prochaine recommandation. The next recommendation is a donation to l'Alliance Autochtone Locale 19, Local Aboriginal Alliance 19, for a fundraising event that they are looking to hold to help cover their expenses. They are working on a partnership with local newspapers in order to move forward with a fundraising campaign. And so you have a recommendation before you tonight for a donation of $500 to assist them in their efforts.
Okay, any comments or questions? Could I have someone move this resolution, please? Moved by Pro-Warden Sandra Armstrong. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. And finally, 14.3.3, Far West. Cindy Phillips.
Yes, so c'est une demande d'un don de $500. It's a request for a donation of $500 for Far West to assist them with the purchase of a new projector. This is to upgrade their system that they use for their répertoire cinéma activities. So, which is very popular activities that take place throughout our territory. You have a recommendation before you tonight for a donation in a maximum amount of $500. So we will contribute based on received invoices.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions? Could I have someone move this resolution? Moved by Mayor Morris Beauregard. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. 14.4, the COVID-19 financial aid recommendations. Cindy Phillips.
Oui, nous avons deux recommandations ce soir pour les fonds COVID-19. We have two recommendations coming forward tonight for the COVID-19 funds. The first recommendation is concerning the Golden Age Clubs of the Pontiac, our local community groups that offer services to our senior citizens. Have been struggling, of course, because of the pandemic and difficulty being able to fundraise. Most have been waiving their membership fees, etc. And so you have a recommendation. The first recommendation before you tonight is to provide a grant in the amount of $1,000 to 5 of our locally registered old age groups coming from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing COVID relief funds for a total of $5,000. Your second recommendation tonight is concerning the implementation of a customer relationship management system for the Economic Development Department at the MRC Pontiac. Our department deals with hundreds of clients on an annual basis with a multitude of projects and funding sources, etc. And so the use of a client to customer relationship management system or a CRM system is essential for our department to effectively and efficiently engage with our clients. And so we have done our research. We have chosen a proposal from Vander Solutions, which is a company that has extensive experience with both CLDs and SADCs and other MRCs. And they've really provided us with a service offer that meets all of our needs. And so you have a recommendation before you tonight to put an expense totaling $21,561.70 through the COVID fund.
Okay, thank you very much. Go ahead, Mayor Beauregard.
And if
Question?
I may, I'm backing up, but was there at the meeting, sorry, at our meeting before, was there not 6 Golden Age clubs and now it's 5 tonight? Can we just explain why we lost one?
Sure, I'm happy to.
Thank
There
you.
are in fact 6 registered clubs on our territory. There was one club that our commissioner, Sabrina Ayers, had not been able to communicate with prior to the plenary session last week. So since then, Sabrina Ayers has spoken with 2 different representatives of the club, and they are not in need of financial assistance at this point in time.
Okay, good
Thank
question.
you. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure we didn't forget one, Cindy.
That's right.
No.
Thanks for having Sabrina check. Any other questions or comments? I think we're all happy to see the Golden Age clubs helped out. It's been difficult. Could I have a resolution, please? Moved by Mayor Terry Lafleur. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Great job, Cindy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We go on to public safety with Julian Gagnon. Hi, Julian. So first of all, 15.1, the fire prevention draft intermunicipal agreement, a resolution. Go ahead.
Yes, so good evening, everyone. Donc, ceci concerne un projet d'entente en lien avec le règlement de prévention des incendies de la MRC. So tonight, we are proposing a draft intermunicipal agreement concerning our fire prevention bylaw, which was adopted in June of 2021. The bylaw is fruit of many hours between DGs, fire chiefs, and MRC representatives, which aims to increase the level of protection for all residents in regards to fire safety. So due to the fact that the MRC and its municipalities have differing rules in regards to the application of this bylaw, and the MRC is therefore proposing a draft intermunicipal agreement to clearly identify each other's roles. So the coordination of our fire safety cover plan, accounting of risks on the territory, and high risk building inspection programs, to name a few, would be of MRC responsibility within this agreement. And obviously incident analysis program, issuance of burn permits, and of course firefighting operations would obviously continue to remain a municipal responsibility, among other things. So the following resolution is to adopt a proposed draft agreement that would be sent to all municipalities for approval. Each municipality will then have 60 days to deliberate and agree to take part if they wish to do so. So it is to be noted that none of our current roles or responsibilities are changing due to this. We're just simply wanting to clarify the rules via intermunicipal agreement between the MRC and its municipalities.
Thank you, Julian. Any comments or questions? Okay. Could I have a resolution to approve this? Moved by Mayor Donnie Gagnon. All those in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Great job, Julian. Thank you very much. We now go to 16, our infrastructure rationale with our engineer, Kim Lesage. Hi, Kim. And your first 16.1 PPJ Route Vert 2021 report. Go ahead.
Alors, je vais présenter le rapport annuel de la PPJ. Puis ça, c'est requis avec une résolution pour obtenir les financements des subventions de la route verte du MTQ qui s'appelle le VELOS 3. So I'm going to present the annual report for the PPJ expenses and so we can get a reimbursement from the MTQ for the route verte funding program. So if we look every year, it's kind of similar. We talk about some key points and things that happened during the year. There's pictures of things that were installed, of maintenance that was made, new posters, and bike paths. I'll read a few of the key points. The bike path was open and maintained to encourage outdoor activities despite COVID-19 pandemic. There was 9 BC Bone repair terminals that were installed, a project by ESSC students in partnership with La Défriche program of Carrefour Jeunesse Emploi. There was also installation, supply of stone dust by Nugent Construction, 100 millimeters of stone dust for 3 meters width for a total of about 10 kilometers, and also ditching for about 1 kilometer. Our technician In civil engineering, inspected 32 culverts. And also we installed posters throughout the PPJ in all municipalities to instruct users to keep our paths clean and not throw out litter in the ditches. And this was after a concern from residents of Shawville that we received. So we decided to place them in every municipality. Then we go on to, they talked about it. So articles on Chip FM, the Journal, the Equity, where we discussed the bike path, the PPJ, and different projects. And finally, the last page is our expenses related to the maintenance of the bike path. So all these expenses are eligible to this Route Verte grant or funding program. So we have salaries, we have materials, engineering fees, insurance, our gas for our vehicles, any maintenance of vehicles and equipment. Now you'll see a total there of $89,612. That does not include the $98,000 contract for the stone dust and ditching done by Nugent Construction, because we did apply for another grant, the PAFIR grant, which covers 66% of actual maintenance of trail. So we're going to put that into that and get 65,000 instead of 30 some. So right now the Route Verte program actually covers 50% of all maintenance of the path. So that would be 44,806 by the MRC and 44,806 that we will get back from the Route Verte program. So we need to adopt a resolution tonight approving this PPG report, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any comments or questions about the report that Kim's given? Seeing none, could I have someone move this resolution, please?
Colleen.
Moved by Colleen LaRiviere. That's the way to do it. Thank you. All those in favor? Opposed, and that carries. Thank you, Kim. Great job. Now we go to number 17, Management of Territory with Jason Durand. Welcome, Jason.
Hi, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Bonsoir tout le monde. Donc, pour le prochain point, dans le fond, c'est une résolution là, pour la nomination d'un membre sur le comité multiressources. Donc, this next item is for the appointment of a member on the multi-resource committee. So, in this case, we suggest Mr. Nicolas Brodeur. Donc, en autre mot, nous recommandons la nomination de M. Nicolas Brodeur pour l'Office des producteurs de bois as representative of the wood board, of the Pontiac Wood Board. So this would take, in other words, it would replace Mr. Michel Léonard. Donc, dans le but de remplacer M. Michel Renard, qui est d'ailleurs parti à retraite, who is retired. So I would like to take the opportunity as well to congratulate and thank Mr. Léonard for his hard work for forestry in the Pontiac. Donc, on tient à soulever là, un remerciement. Là, je tiens à faire un remerciement et de féliciter M. Michel Léonard pour tout son travail qu'il a fait en lien avec la foresterie dans le Pontiac. Donc, resolution for the appointment of Mr. Nicolas Brodeur.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions of Jason on this? Could I have someone move this resolution, please? Moved by Mayor Maurice Beauregard. All those in favor? Opposed? That carries. Thank you, Jason. Great job. Now we go to number 18, miscellaneous, and Bernard Wau's name is beside it. Is there anything under miscellaneous? No.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
All right. We're at number 19, the closing of the meeting. Could I have someone move a resolution to close the meeting? Moved by
Jane,
Mayor.
if I may.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sure.
I just wanted to remind people, the mayors here, that we have on our website something that was sent by Alexandre. It's Les Paysages, a survey that they can complete, and it's up until, just trying to find my email now, but I think it's the 31st of January.
Okay. Do you want to just explain what the, this is choosing landscapes that you would like protected? Is that what it is? Can you explain exactly for the sake of public listening?
Maybe Jason can.
Okay, Jason.
Sorry, Kim, can you repeat the question? Unfortunately, I was looking out something else. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
It's the survey that Alexandre, les sondages sur les paysages du Pontiac. So a survey on,
Yes.
I just found it here, Pontiac Landscape Survey.
Yes, this is right through till the 31st of January, actually. The survey is on.
And Jason, is it something that the public can participate in? It's not just for the mayors, right? It's for the public?
No, definitely not. This is open to all the public. So this is actually, we're hoping to have a good, having a lot of people actually applying and willing to this survey, to respond to this survey. Donc, si je peux répéter en français, c'est ouvert à tout le public. Donc, j'encourage et j'invite la population à prendre quelques minutes là, pour répondre au sondage.
Okay. So it's the chance in every municipality to look at landscapes that people would like to see protected?
Oui,
Yes, it says,
for sure, definitely. Sometimes, like I said, I don't want to for myself looking at the survey. Sometimes there's how can I say? There's definitely it's orientations we want. We want to take the pulse of the public, but definitely there's certain situations where it's how can I say? It's a bad necessary in certain case. So
okay,
I'll let you guys to take your own. You're thinking of that by doing the survey.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not only protection, but also enhancement of the landscapes. So as we move towards revitalization.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Jason or Jane?
Yes.
Does this mean buildings, old buildings? The landscapes?
Yes, well, like I said, I don't want to steal the scoop, but definitely in the survey, we have different issues when it comes to landscape. It's not only nature, but it can go as well as our historical monuments or buildings we have here on our territory.
Right. Okay.
Thank
you.
Good. Very good. Any other questions or comments? Otherwise, I believe we were entertaining a resolution to close the meeting, and I think Mayor Karen Kelly had her hand up. Is that correct? Yes. All those in favor of closing the meeting? Anyone opposed?
Favor.
Okay. So the meeting is now closed. Thank you very much, everyone. Keep safe, take good care. And
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you. Good night, all.
We'll see
Night,
you
all.
soon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Drive carefully, everybody.
Yes.
Night all.
Night.
Night.
Goodbye.